Dang, summer is hot. And our plants clearly love it. In fact, it's when most of our crops do their best growing. But it's not all peppers and tomatoes. In many of your gardens right now, you're battling the heat of the midday sun, and in some extreme cases, drought conditions. So let's explore my top 5 ways to beat the summer heat and keep your garden growing like a well-watered machine. To really build a drought-resistant garden, you need to start off with the right soil. Nothing dries out faster than sandy, lifeless soils devoid of any organic matter. So, in the winter and spring, make sure to amend your garden plots and raised beds and even your container soils with as much rich compost as you can. It's the organic matter in your soil that actually acts like a sponge to hold on to water even on the hottest days. More organic matter content, the better the capacity of your garden to stay nice and moist. The second way that I set up my garden for summer success is the way that I water. Frequent watering in small amounts babies your plants and actually causes them to develop small, shallow root systems that are totally susceptible to heat and drought. Water less frequently, but more thoroughly, and you'll build a far more resistant garden in the process. And this leads me right into strategy number 3. The third way I prepare my garden for the summer heat is proper watering schedules. The best time of day to water is actually early in the morning. You want to water deeply and thoroughly and ensure that your plants are full of fluids so that they're able to function and thrive throughout the rest of the day. Yeesh, you really want to keep your plants from flagging. By preventing them from doing so, you're going to have an infinitely more productive garden in the process. You know, a garden that's not just trying to survive day to day, but is actually producing fruit and vegetables for you. One of the more obvious strategies to beating the heat is shade. If it gets too hot out, find a way to create some shade, or if you're container gardening, simply move your plants into it. Having said that, and I'll probably catch some flack for this, in my opinion, it's more of a band-aid solution to create shade, as most crops are designed to live in the sun and complete their life cycle. But it's definitely a solution to lean on in extreme circumstances. And finally, the most important strategy that I use to combat the summer heat and evaporation is mulching. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I'm the biggest fan and champion of mulching. Soils are never designed to be exposed to the full sun. And mulches are necessary to keep them covered, not only to combat evaporation, but also to mitigate extreme temperatures. And when you think about it, by using organic mulches that break down over time, you're also utilizing strategy number 1 in that you're building up your organic matter in the soil, allowing it to act like a sponge and to hold more water when it needs it the most. There you have it. Even though I live in Canada, we get a few months of some pretty epic heat. By using the 5 methods that we discussed here today, sunshine and heat becomes less of a problem in my garden and more of an ally. Hey, if there's any other tips that you guys have to beat the summer heat and avoid the drought conditions in our garden, share it in the comments below. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. If you're getting value in this and the other series that I'm doing on YouTube, hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons if you'd be so kind, and I'll see you in the next video.